Caleb Plant gets the win over Trevor McCumby. This fight was super entertaining.
The referee, as good a night as the fighters had, and McCumby had as an underdog, surprising people, the ref had a pretty bad night. Pretty bad night.
I would agree with that.
Because he didn't score. He didn't score at a knockdown. He got McCumby needs room to punch. He comes in with big punches. He backed Plant up. He did what he had to do. His only chance was to win on the inside. He wasn't going to win on the outside. He imposed his pressure and his body, if you will, onto Plant, forced him to go straight back and straighten up a little bit. And he caught him a left hook in a corner at the end of the round, and he dropped him. And the referee did not count it. They had instant replay. They looked at it. It was clear as day that it was a knockdown. Hit him a big left hook. Matter of fact, Plant, game guy, he was hurt. It's a good thing it happened at the end of the round. He was hurt.
Definitely.
Psychologically, it made a difference because the big underdog would have felt a little bit better that I got the knockdown. You know, he knows he landed, but he didn't get the credit for the knockdown. To finish up with the knockdown in the fourth, here's the funny thing. That wasn't a knockdown. That was on the shoulder. His legs got out from under him. He fell down. It was not a knockdown. The second round, again, that's the legitimate knockdown. They don't give him a knockdown. And then the referee, like I said, had a bad night. He needs to get glasses. You know, he needs to get his eyes checked. He needs to get one of those checks that they do, you know, in the eye office, where they dilate the pupils and they see whether or not you need contacts, all that stuff. Because the fourth round, as Ken said, he gets hit on the shoulder. He goes down. That's a 10-8 round. Should never have been a 10-8 round. He made an adjustment. Credit to Plant. McCumby's winning the fight the first 4 rounds. He's got the knockdown, the one that's illegitimate to make up for the legitimate one. Either way, he's got the 10-8 round. And he's got steam, he's got momentum, he's got confidence going. And what happens? Experience. This is where you can't discount and you cannot make up for experience. You can't. It's invaluable. The experience, the heart, the grit, the experience of Plant won that fight. Because 2 reasons. One, he knew in a tough environment what adjustments, he could think clearly in an unclear place. Experience helps you do that. He didn't panic. He didn't doubt himself. And he saw that McCumby, I always say it's not about being just tough, you got to be smart. Plant was smart enough to realize that McCumby needed room to punch. He needed room to get the motor running, to get wind under the sails, to get wind under the kite. He needed to load up, and he did load up. And he was loading up on shots coming in. He took that room away from him. He said, freak this. I ain't giving him room no more. He's punched me around. He's bounced me around. He's made a believer out of me. And you know what? I'm going to go inside those wide shots where I have an edge. And he did it beautifully. He started punching like Joe Louis punches. Beautifully. Short, concise, smart, well-placed punches. He looked like Canelo later in the night. It's coming, guys. It's coming, Cinnamon. Cinnamon's coming. It's coming. I'm not letting it go. Cinnamon's coming. We're going to get him. He's going to get his due. He was great. Short punches, concise punches, well-placed. But Plant, first, he started it where he's throwing short punches inside McCumby's punches. He tightens them up to 6 inches. He's going to the body, bringing up the uppercuts like the young Mike Tyson, left hook to the body, left uppercut, Roberto Duran. I mean, just beautiful, well-placed, educated, short punches inside the wider shots. He found a haven where you don't find unless you have the experience to know that that place is a haven. You have to have the experience to know. Otherwise, people think it's just a dark cave, and they don't want to go in there. They don't want to go in there. There might be a bear in there. There might be a lion in there. They go into the cave. He went into the cave, and he knew it would be safe. He knew it would be an advantage for him. And he punched it. He turned the whole fight around. He went from being a guy who's going to get upset to a guy who's the boss again. And he did two things in one. He did the physical thing that I just explained of taking away the space of McCumby and the advantage of McCumby that he needed with room. He took that away from him. He physically imposed himself now on McCumby, but he did something else. Psychologically, mentally, he imposed himself on him. He became the boss, and he became the professor. He became the teacher. He became the guy that had the answers to the test. A test that McCumby never had yet. McCumby came there with all the right intentions to win this fight and to break out. And I give him all the credit in the world. I like the guy. How can you not? Everything about him. But he didn't have the answers going in that Plant already had. And here's the most important answer you have to have for that test that's coming to every fighter. The answer of knowing when the moment comes, can I trust myself? Can I depend on myself? Can I handle that moment? Am I ready for this level? McCumby never had that answer before. He never had that test before. He didn't know. I think I am. Thinking is different than knowing. The question, when the moment comes at this level, at this stratosphere, in this thin air of opposition, can I handle it? Am I ready? Am I good enough? Again, can I trust myself? Can I depend on myself? You don't know. You don't know. You're looking to find out. The biggest edge for Plant was he knew already. He already had that answer. That was the key. That's why he didn't panic early when he got dropped. He had that answer. He knew that he could depend on himself. He knew he could handle the moment. And to his credit, Plant, it wasn't just the physical adjustments. The commentators were right on it, where they missed the ball just a little bit. Like Robert De Niro said in Goodfellas, yeah, you insulted him a little bit, just a little bit. They didn't talk about how psychologically he also took advantage of the moment, because Plant knew not only that his shorter punches would give him an edge, but he also knew that by going inside and asking this question, bringing this question to the surface, are you ready? You thought you were ready. Are you ready? You're not ready, are you? By bringing it to that domain, by bringing it to that psychological place, Plant hit him with a double shotgun. Not just a one gauge shotgun, but a 2 gauge with 2 in the chamber. Hit him with both. Hit him with the physical part and the mental part. And the mental part was probably more damaging. To just remind them, hey, you're in a different place tonight. Hey, this ain't what the other 30 fights were, whatever it was his record of undefeated fighters. This is different. How many was it?
He was 28-0 coming in.
28 times you've been here, but you never been here. You never been here. That's what he did to him. And that was brilliant. That was experience. That was championship behavior. and experience. So I give him credit for that. From that point on, it was over. Plant became the boss. He started systematically breaking them down piece by piece. Breaking them down. The heart of McCumby kept him there. At the end of the ninth, he was already breaking them down. Every round, breaking them down. Body shots, uppercuts, inside. Breaking them down. And here's the worst thing for McCumby. You know when you get to a place where you say, I'm screwed. I'm screwed. He got to that place. And that place was this. Going in, he knew he couldn't win on the outside. Plant's jab, the ability to box, his experience. He knew he couldn't win on the outside. He knew that he's a one-trick pony to a point, McCumby. And my best trick is get inside. I'm physical. I'm big. I'm tough. I'm game. I'm busy. I'm strong. Get inside and make that work. Okay,
Yep.
He did. And then when he found out that he couldn't win on the inside either, he already knew he couldn't win on the outside. He knew that already.
That's right.
But when he found out he couldn't win on the inside, he was like, oh, sugar.
Yep.
I got a problem. Houston, we got a problem, Houston. If I can't win on the outside, which I know, and I can't win on the inside, what the freak do I do? So he was in a dilemma, physically and psychologically. And in the ninth round, my son already said it, but I'm glad he brought it up. The referee finished a horrendous night in a horrendous way. Yeah, Plant won the fight. Yeah, Plant was breaking him down. Yeah, Plant was probably going to stop him. Yeah, maybe they were going to stop it in the corner because Plant opened up just at the end and had him hurt at the bell. But yeah, also, yeah, those last couple punches were after the bell. Those last couple punches, as my son said, was after the bell had rung. And the referee not only allowed them to score, but he stopped the fight. He should have, if you're going to do it by the rule of the letter of the law, he should have had the chance to go back to his corner and either stop it in the corner or see how he recovered after the minute rest and then make a decision. But that was taken away from him in his corner by the referee letting it go beyond the bell.